Welcome to New American Garden. I'm Carl Bishop. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to plant a shrub. First, I'm going to show you the tools you need and then the steps you need to take to do this job right. First, the tools. You'll obviously need a shovel. I like to use this short-handled shovel from A.M. Leonard. It's my favorite shovel, but it's not going to give me as much leverage as I might need if I'm digging into some harder clay, shale type soil. So in that case, I'll use my long-handled shovel behind me. The next tool you're going to need is a flat piece of wood, just like this, about 3 feet long. You could use the shovel handle for the same purpose, but this is just easier to manage. I use it to lay across the hole to make sure that the stem and the root ball are level with the ground that I'm planting it in. This is important because if you plant the plant too low, it's susceptible to rot. If the plant is planted too high, you expose the roots to air, rapid moisture loss, and possible disease. Next thing is a tape measure. You're going to need this to measure the width and the height of the container. That way you know how wide and deep the hole needs to be. The last three things you're going to need are some soil conditioners, such as peat moss, compost, and fertilizer, to give your plant the best chance possible to thrive in its new environment. And then lastly, a wheelbarrow. It's not essential, but it makes it easy to put everything in it and take it to the job site. There are 5 steps to planting a shrub. Number 1 is to measure the hole. Number 2 is to dig it. That's my favorite part. Number 3, put the plant in the hole. And 4 has a few parts to it. It's backfilling the dirt and soil conditioners and pack it down in. Then you want to surround that plant with some mulch to prevent soil erosion and to keep moisture in. And number 5, water the plant. Give it a good soaking. Those are the basics. Now here's the detail. First, the size of the hole. How deep should it be? How wide should it be? Here's how you find out. Grab your tape measure, measure the width of the container and the height of the container. The hole you dig should be twice as wide as the container and as deep. Digging that hole twice as wide as the container allows those roots to easily spread out and collect nutrients. But wait, before you start, make sure to clear away that mulch because you're going to need to put that back around the plant once it's in the ground. Once you've measured the hole and cleared away the mulch, take your shovel and mark the circumference of the hole you're going to dig just to give yourself a guide once you start digging. Once the hole is dug, take the plant in its container, tap the sides of the container all around it and on the bottom with your fist or with the shovel handle just to loosen it up, make it more easily slide out. Once you have the plant out of the container, tap the edges of the root ball, same way you did with the container. That gives those roots a chance to loosen up and give them an opportunity to get into their new soil. Once I've dug the hole and put the plant down into it, I lay this across the top to make sure that the level of the ground is the same as the level of the dirt on the plant. And then backfill it with the dirt you dug out of the hole, combined with some of the plant conditioners like the compost and some peat moss. Now remember, this plant's been in its cozy little container its entire life, and suddenly you're throwing it into this foreign environment. So that's why the nutrients and a good watering once this is planted are so important, because the plant needs that to thrive in its new environment. Pack it down really well. Don't be afraid to press that root ball firmly into the new hole and to pack that dirt firmly around it. Then move the mulch back in that you swept off prior to digging the hole and give it a good watering. And you should feel good about what you just did. By putting a plant in the ground, you not only beautified your yard, but you're providing food and shelter for wildlife and a little less lawn to mow. And how cool is that? For more on how to plant and maintain your new American garden, watch my other episodes, and please subscribe to my page. Feel free to leave comments and also suggestions for upcoming shows. I'm Carl Bishop, and this is New American Garden.